Hey, what up everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you as we're counting down until the NXT TAKEOVER Respect show coming up tonight. Honestly, I probably waited just a little bit too long. I guess last night time got away from me, and I guess I just didn't realize that this show was going to be tonight. I think I talked about this in my other video, I think with the SummerSlam show. I think I just got used to the fact that the NXT specials were on Saturday nights, and I just didn't realize that they were going to be running it the same night as they were running regular television, taking that place with the hour-and-a-half long special tonight. It's going to be a great show. I'm really pumped for it. Of course, everybody knows about Sasha Banks versus Bayley in the main event. But the two matches that I'm really looking forward to the most are one from the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Invitational, and that's Jason Jordan and Chad Gable going up against Baron Corbin and Rhino. Chad Gable is one of my favorite guys in NXT. I really like watching his matches. I know that some people sort of refer to them as like a world's greatest tag team ripoff, with Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. Honestly, you can say they're a ripoff all you want to, but Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin were a damn good tag team, no matter if they were wrestling in WWE or in ROH. They really figured it out, and I think that this is going to be a good mix with the tag team division there. Definitely, they've got a lot of tag team workers, and they had enough to fill up a whole bracket of tag teams for this Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Invitational. So this is pretty cool. I mean, I've been making videos probably since 2010 talking about the fact that WWE needs to shape up their tag team division. I know that we've seen the Lucha Dragons and the Ascension move their way up to the main roster from NXT, and honestly, you can say that they really haven't made that big of a splash. And the tag team division right now has a lot of injuries in it, with the Usos sitting on the sidelines. I guess you can sort of say that Stardust and Goldust were a member of the tag team division, and shit, they're missing another team, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. They're a good team that fills in there. But one of the big matches that I'm really looking forward to is one of the guys that really blew me away at the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn special. I've heard a lot about Uhaa Nation, about being one of the best independent workers. He wrestled during WrestleMania weekend, and that's probably would have been one of the first times that I would have been able to see this guy wrestle live, but we ended up not going to that show. And he wrestled Dillinger, the 10 guy. Is it Ty Dillinger / whatever his name is, Dillinger? And I really thought the match was really good, and he blew away my expectations. I know that a lot of people from watching videos sort of say that he's just another Bobby Lashley. I don't remember Bobby Lashley doing flips and stuff like that inside of the ring, which honestly I will say for Apollo Crews, his name in NXT, maybe be a little bit less flashy. I know it's in your debut. I know, Goldberg, I can't remember if he did a cartwheel, but I know Goldberg did a flip in his first match against Hugh Morris on WCW Nitro, and he was just trying stuff out, and I guess he realized by doing less it was more with Goldberg. I'm hoping that Apollo Crews is going to be doing the same thing, because I don't think he needs to do all those flips. I mean, the flip for the finisher is cool, but doing the flip inside of the ring basically to get the crowd going and just sort of be like your I guess you can say your taunt. I think that's mid-card sort of bullshit. And I think I look at Apollo Crews, and even though I've only really honestly seen this guy wrestle one match, and I've heard a lot of buzz about this guy and believe the hype on him, I really believe this guy could easily be NXT champion within a year, moved up to the main roster, and be one of the guys that we're talking about really shaping up WWE and really forming a real good, strong main event circle, especially when involving him and Finn Balor and the stars of WWE's main roster, as well as right now. At the show tonight at NXT TakeOver Respect, Apollo Crews is going to be wrestling against Tyler Breeze. I know that Tyler Breeze wrestled last month, I guess you can say, at the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn special, and he lost the match against I'm going to screw it up because I just listened to the Triple H, I call it the Triple H podcast, but it's like before every NXT special he does a a conference call is what they call it, and he takes questions from wrestling news reporters from around the country. And one guy called in, and he just got sidetracked and screwed it up. He asked what it was like having the Great Muta there for the NXT special, and was there some sort of a deal with New Japan that they were working on trying to get, where there would be an open talent exchange between NXT and New Japan, and Triple H had to make a joke about it, but he just mixed up the Great Muta with Jushin Thunder Liger. But Liger wrestled against Tyler Breeze. There we go. I got all screwed up there because I messed up the Muta thing, and I had to tell the story about it. But Tyler Breeze was asking for a good opponent because he wanted to be able to have a match on the show that everyone was talking about, and he really did. But he lost. And tonight, he's got another match against a rising star, where Tyler Breeze is going to start to try and show NXT that he deserves to be in the main event, and he's a main event guy. But honestly, to me, I'm not sure if you're going to go with sort of the screw job finish with the heel, maybe using the selfie stick, and to cheat with it, and when the ref's not looking, Tyler Breeze, Apollo Crews. I honestly really could see this happening, but I would love to see Apollo Crews wrestle, but this is going to be a damn good match. I'm sure everybody saw the NXT special. I was going to say that if you didn't see the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn special, make sure you watch this, the Apollo Crews, because this is the guy that's really going to blow your mind. But I think just about everybody was watching that SummerSlam weekend. But that's the match that I'm looking forward to the most. Would love to see Apollo Crews win, but I think I talked myself into it right there. I think that Tyler Breeze is going to pull out the victory and be a little bit of a surprise. Tyler Breeze, I know he's lost a lot more of his matches than he's won lately, but I think they're running some sort of a storyline with this that sort of, he's losing, but he's still wrestling in good matches. He's one of the most featured guys. And I really think that once he finally does get that promotion up to the main roster, he is going to be in that sort of Dolph Ziggler class. It doesn't matter if he wrestles in the opening match, the mid-card match, or if he works his way all the way up to the main event. It's going to be one of the matches that you're really talking about because of how great of a wrestler this guy is. But I can't wait for NXT TakeOver Respect tonight. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll check you guys down the road.